Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us for the learning of Mishna Yomis, Be'ezras Hashem Yisbarach, and we are holding in Yoma, in the second perek, with Mishna Dalid and Hay, sponsored by the Fisher family, Li Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbi Shlom Ben Avram Alevi Perel Bas Ruvain, Li Nishmas Levi Yitzchak Ben Meir Yaakov Moshe Ben Zev L'Refu Shalema for Eliyahu Moshe Ben Chaya Sarah, and sponsored by Yoel Klugman and family. Now, if you remember, we said that they had 4 series of lotteries. We're up to the 3rd lottery. And this was a very special lottery because it was for the Ketairis. Now, since the Ketairis had a special skula that it made a person rich, so Apayas Hashlishi, the 3rd lottery, they announced Chadoshim, only new people, someone that never got this privilege yet, the Ketairis, that never got the privilege of Ketairis, Bova Fisu, come and participate in the lottery. This is why in one family we don't have a person do Sandikois twice for the same family, because Sandikois is considered like Ketairis, so we want to give that schus to another person. The privilege of becoming rich has been long explained to not only refer to wealth of money. As they say, money can't buy happiness. It sure can help, but it can't assure it. And therefore, wealth could mean being healthy, which is, of course, the greatest wealth. Wealth could mean to be untroubled. The Stipler, the Kilis Yaakov, explained he was a sandik almost every day. And he wasn't wealthy, but he said his wealth was translated in his svarim, the Kelis Yaakov, which was available all over the world. Varavi, the 4th lottery, was, they announced Chadoshim Im Yeshanim. It was new people and people that already had the privilege. Mi mala evarim min hakevesh v'lamizbeach. Those that brought it from the lower half of the ramp and put it on the altar doing the actual aktara, that was the 4th lottery. But unlike putting it on the ramp, they did it with 6 kohanim, the 6 parts. This was, from bringing it to the ramp to the mizbeach, was done, interestingly, only by 1 kohen. So he did both the head and the right hind leg, and the 2 forelegs, and the 2 flanks, and the left hind leg, and the tail, and the innards. He did that all by himself. Mishnah Hay tells us that Tamid Karev B'Tisha, on a regular day, the Tamid was offered by 9 kohanim. The 6, which was the 6 parts of the body, 7th that did the Chavite Kohen Gadol, the 8th was the Mincha, and the 9th was the Yayin. Ba'asara, there are times where it's 10. We'll see that that's on Sukkot, where there was a Kohen that brought the picture of the Nisach HaMayim. Ba'achad Aser, 11, that's on Shabbos, where besides the 9, there's also the 2 Kohanim that carried each a vazich of Levina, a spoonful of frankincense from the Lechem upon him. And B'Shnayim Aser 12 is Shabbos on Sukkot, where there's the 2 Vazichen and the Nisach HaMayim. Lo Pachis v'lo Yoser, never less than 9 and never more than 12. Ketzad. And now the Mishnah tells us exactly what I just told you. Atzmai B'Tisha, the actual regular Tamid was with 9 Kohanim. Bechag, on Sukkot, they added the one that had the flask of the Nisach HaMayim. B'Yad Achad, the 10th Kohen held Slucha Shel Mayim, the flask of water which was poured down the Shitin on the side of the Mizbeach. Harikan Asar, that's 10. Beino Aboyim, the Tamid in the afternoon, is Be'echad Aser, is with 11. Hu atzmai betisha, it's 9. And in the afternoon, there's also the 2 logs that went up on the maracha to burn the carbon tamid shel bein ha'arbaim. Ushnayim biyodin shnei gezirei eitzim. The 2 logs. Now, actually, 2 logs were also brought in the morning, but it wasn't brought together with the tamid, and therefore it's not counted. But Shabbos b'achad aser, on Shabbos was also 11. Hu atzmai betisha, the actual tamid is 9. Ushnayim biyodim shnei bazicha levayna shalechem apanim, and 2 more kahanim, each having a spoonful of frankincense, which they smoked up on the altar. So that's 11. Or b'Shabbos shebasei chachag, and Shabbos during Sukkot it would be 11 plus the flask, b'yad echad tzleicha shamayim, which would lead us to the max of 12 kahanim. Obviously, you see that everything was done with an exact curriculum, without wavering in the Beis Hamikdash. There was a seder. It's like Rav Miller says, we say a seder by Pesach, and Rav Miller would say that the life of a Jew should always have a seder. We shouldn't do things haphazardly, and we should always have goals. A seder means we have a goal. We have a goal to get to Marar, Kairech, Shulchan Aruch, to Tzaf and Hallel. We should always have goals. As I've said many times, you can't hit a home run if you don't have home plate. You can't get a touchdown if you don't have an end zone. You have to have goals in order to score in life. I just want to tell my listeners and my viewers, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on TorahAnytime.com, on Kol Halashin, on YouTube, that Im Yirtzeh Hashem tomorrow night, probably around 9:30, will be a special share on Shalom Bayis. You could go to zoomdaf.com to join that share. It'll be entitled Marital Strategies and Sweeteners for Veteran Couples. Thank you very much for joining us. If you would like to sponsor that share, we do not have yet... Oh, we do have a sponsor. We have one sponsor for that share. If you would like to sponsor a share, 718-916-3100, rmmwsi@aol.com. Have a wonderful evening.